guys. This
5 seconds.
is game 2 of RD2L 5 Monday 8 p.m. league. Game is Heaven versus LeBron.
Radiance pick.
I kind of have to apologize. I actually did this game live, but for some reason I think I messed up the settings of my OBS, so I got no voice. So I'm just gonna, I guess, rewatch this
10 seconds to go.
up from this.
5
Ban phase.
seconds.
Potato Heaven bans out Protector and the. I think those are player targeted bans. Surfs Up plays a lot of train. Riley, Chinese characters. He plays a lot of root.
Radiance pick.
LeBron straight up picks him Jakiro. That's his other. I think that's the other hero that he probably Heaven with Techies.
10
It's a Techies.
seconds
I don't know.
to go.
I don't really know what else to say about that. They also followed up with Death Prophet. So I think right now what is LeBron's draft is pretty open. Akiro is just a very solid laner. Could also be played off lane, but I don't plays this off lane.
5 seconds.
And it's a pretty flexible pick, whereas Techies and DP is they're very interested in controlling the lane, right? Like Techies is probably one of the best vendors / zone control heroes game, whereas Death Prophet, you hit your level 6 and you're gonna be able to take a tower.
5 seconds.
Very hard to stop a Death Prophet push. I've seen it played mid. I think I see it played off lane. So see how they Ron picks Abaddon. I think this is just another Surf's Up.
10 seconds to go.
I see Abaddon play too much
5
this
seconds.
patch. And usually you pick Abaddon to like counter like a Bane or a Bat Rider or something. I guess it helps with silences, which there are 2. So yeah. What I do like about the Dire draft is that it's very tanky. And I think this patch I tend to like the tankier lineups just because we'll pick a lot of high mobility heroes, and these tanky supports are able to stall a little bit longer. Bans coming out, EA Ember on the Radiant side. What to say about that? I think they're just very strong heroes in general. Then on the Dire side, they're banning SF, OD, Silencer, just pretty much the mid lane dominator. Silencer is just a cancer to play against. I think it's very difficult to counter a Silencer because he just has to press R
5
and
seconds.
he can basically combo break anything. See what Potato Heaven decides for their 3rd ban. I would do like anti-pushing here. They already have a Jakiro, but like
Radiance pick.
So it looks like they're targeting the carry. Actually that makes sense. They're targeting carry, I think HLB or Banana carry for LeBron.
10 seconds to go.
He plays a lot of PA, a lot of Wraith King.
5 seconds.
So I think Dyer's draft isn't revealing too much right now. We know that they're gonna have a very defensive lane, or with the Abaddon. Well, maybe he can go can be pretty aggressive depending, I guess, what your offlane is. But against the techies, you're not gonna be able to do much. Even if you have like a Abaddon, so I don't see their safe lane being. I guess you do also see some pause through the Abaddon, but that's a bit.
Dyer's pick.
Oh.
Storm Spirit.
Dyer's pick.
Anti-Mage.
Radiant's pick.
Wow.
Lena.
Those are really fast picks, so they seem like they're prepared. Potato picks Storm Spirit mid. So Death Prophet is probably in the offlane.
10
the
seconds to
anti-mage. I think it's a good anti-mage game. There's just two silences. Anti-mage should be able to dodge the storm stun if he's careful. Lena just bullies the storm mid. I'm not a mid player. I'm gonna be looking at this game from a court perspective. But Lena, I believe, has the advantage against Storm just because she's got the range. They both are pretty decent at pushing out the waves, but she's got
10
range to be able to pelt Storm, I think.
5
Faceless Void, I think, is a really good pick here, actually. Up till now, they don't really have any answers for Anti-Mage, so I think Faceless Void popping up and ulting him at least lets him handle the carry versus carry matchup into the late game. And it also, honestly, it also combos pretty well with both Death Prophet and Techies. So I'd say Radiant side do have a lot going on for in terms of combos. Because Death Prophet is going to be able to walk up and just take towers. The Dire side's going to have a hard time fighting into the Radiant just because you never know where the bombs are, right? There's going to be mines everywhere. And Faceless Void, worst case, they go into Death Prophet and they set up for a huge chrono into Exorcism, which is terrible. So, and then Storm, with all the chaos happening from Death Prophet, is gonna have kind of free reign to try to jump the back line. Say Lena and Jakiro are particularly vulnerable to the Storm Spirit if you can get big enough. Don't know if Storm still go the Orchid build. Probably gonna do the Kaya Saint. So he'll be pretty tanky as well. And it's a great game for Storm. They just don't have any answers to a high mobility hero on the Dire side. Well, I guess it's true for Radiant too. Radiant don't have a answer for anti-mage except for Faceless Void. So I think you'll be looking at carry versus carry, and Storm and anti-mage having kind of free reign throughout the game.
10 seconds to go.
Underlord.
5 seconds.
I guess Underlord is their answer to jumping Storm. It's good against Storm and Faceless Void if you can catch. Actually, Death Prophet, it's actually decent against Death Prophet too. She's like a super fast hero, but if you can get down a Pit of Malice, then Atos her, and then you can hold down any hero for like 6 seconds, right? That's pretty good. Yeah. Kind of similar to game 1. Radiant have a very mobile lineup. Even Techies is technically a mobile hero, right? And then, oh yeah, then you got a Blink hero too. So yeah, Radiant have a very mobile team comp, whereas Dire is, I think it's a classic 4 protect 1. It's gonna be Underlord, Lina, Jakiro, and Abaddon trying to hold back the Death Prophet comp. But it's gonna start being a kind of scary game for the anti-mage because they actually have 2 heroes that can jump them. Actually, with the Slardar there, if he doesn't see him coming, you know, Slardar +1 can probably kill anti-mage at most stages of the game. He does if he's not able to dodge the blink stun. So we'll see. I think what throws this game, makes this game a little bit Techies pick. Techies is just notoriously hard to play into because you just can't play regular Dota against the Techie. On the
I'd get ready if I were you.
on the Radiant side, got Johnny Magic, offlaner on Slaughter, Nick, Death Prophet, Techie, Carney, Storm Spirit, and Kato. Support, Death Prophet. I don't like this Death Prophet, but whatever. On the Radiant side, got Anti-Mage on, sorry, HLB. Anti-Mage surfs up on Abaddon.
Battle will
It's
commence
Riley
in
on the
30 seconds.
Hero, the Passive Farmer on, and Metal Mercury. I think the Radiant side was a bit weird. The Death Prophet support.
Huzzah!
Probably Death Prophet. Yeah, it's Death Prophet Void. They're up against a Jakiro and a Underlord. 2 high damage over time heroes. And Void is very bad against damage over. Void likes it when you hit him really hard and he can backtrack all the damage. But they're going to continuously pelt him with the Max Dual Breath and Liquid Fire, as well as the Firestorm. I expect to see Jakiro maxing Liquid, or sorry, Dual Breath, and maybe 2 points in Liquid in this lane. He should be shutting down the Faceless Void. Sits. Mid. Pretty even. Branches is, yeah, they look, this'll be I think early on should be Lina favored. Yeah, Lina's getting a lot of damage in on that. Top side, the problem with laning against a Slardar, even with an anti-mage, is that so he's dragging, which suggests to me that they think that this lane is going to be difficult for the anti-mage, because you normally want to cause chaos when you're at the disadvantage. I think that's the correct choice, but I've just never really seen a Pos 5 do this type of thing, so that's pretty impressive. They're doing a good job of holding the wave here on the Dire side, honestly. The difficulty with Anti-Mage versus Slardar is Slardar doesn't really need mana. Oh. I think Slardar should have gone Bash level 1. Maybe he went for the stun to try to set up for Suicide. No, they didn't even go for Suicide. Went for Proximity Mines level 1. So I think some miscommunication there on the Dire side. They should have either gone Bash, then wants to go Mines, or go Stun and Suicide so they can combo. They still get it. They still get it at level 2, but they could have done that at level 1. Just nothing too big. They still got the first blood, so that's huge. And now anti-mage is not gonna have a good game. This bash is so powerful. On the off lane, or sorry, the safe lane for Radiant. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it from the dire side. Great job hitting the pole on the Jakiro. This DP looks like she's down. No, the lifesteal was enough. But as we mentioned earlier, this lane is, I'd say, there's no way Radiant win it. They were able to get a kill. Oh. So Techies is playing at half HP. Johnny Magic is playing at very low. Oh, I see. Yeah, he was just going up a little too far. I'd say as support, you kind of want to make sure you salve your cores. There's no way he should die like that with the salve here, the Techie. Over here, so they're playing this weird game where they're fighting for the poles. I would say you have multiple options when you play a pause 4, or when you play as a support in lane, right? Like you have a couple of ways you can go. A, you can, if you don't think you win a 1v1, then you want to force a 2v1, and vice versa, right? Like if you think, if you, how do you say it? As a support, you kind of want to decide if you want to fight the 1v1 with it. In this case, they're so strong, like they can just keep hitting the carry, right? It doesn't matter what the DP does. Yeah, exactly, right? You just keep going. Look at that. Like one spell, he's like half HP, and he can't even backtrack the damage. You know, so Jakiro and Underlord are the type of heroes that want 2 heroes in one spot so they can nail them both with the AoE spells, right? DP kind of likes the 1v1 because this Spirit Siphon is kind of a 1v1 spell, right? It swaps HP, like it steals HP and it gives her HP. So when there's only one hero there in lane especially, like when they're fighting over here, like, you know, hitting one hero with dual breath is not as efficient as hitting one hero with Spirit Siphon. So DP wants this 1v1, so that's why she's off pulling over here. But these guys should be adamant about just hitting this Void. Like, I would be nailing Void with this. Okay, well you can either one, right? Like you can either A, hit the Void, or B, you can zone the DP out of lane and then go on the Void. Either way works, but you want to just think, do you want a 1v1 or a 2v2? And in this case, this guy should not be able to farm. Like literally, I would be buying mangoes constantly. Like he knows, right? He's buying a Sage's Mask. Oh, is it? Darn, this gun is too long.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see. Let's take a look at mid. Storm is farming behind
Dire's middle tower.
Lina's tower. Wow. Lina is struggling here. Might be.
Dire has
I don't know if there are rune
structures.
rotations or
Dire's
something,
middle
but
tower is under
Lina
attack. I only
Lina's
mention it as a
half
conversation
of
starter. How
Spirit
would you
CS, so that
otherwise?
something happened mid. I don't know what happened there. But rough times. Good job on the Jakiro. He's watching the clock and he knows 6 minutes in. You want to be there to steal the rune, but Lina, unfortunately, is not going to test. Oh, but okay, lucky. I would have, I think if I were Lina, I'd probably have run top just in case the rune was top. Good job on the DP coming in to refill the bottle. He's not doing much bot, right? Like, there's nothing much DP can do to help bot. Okay, he needs to get out of here now. He needs to go down bot and queue this Void again. There's nothing he can do mid. Like, seriously? Jakiro needs to be going bot and just hitting this guy.
Radiant's
Underlord is
barrier
also...
has
I don't know
fallen.
what Underlord's doing over here. This Faceless Void should not be last hitting anything. Wow. Yeah. Even with the Morbid Mask, it's like it's so hard for Faceless Void, but somehow or another he was able to get farmed this lane. They have, I mean, they even have wards here. Like they know what they're supposed to do. They just gotta hit them. Press Q, press Q. Yeah. What does Void do? Like legitimately, what does he do? One spell and he's half HP. Oh. Oh. Run.
No!
Slider.
You let your guard down.
Let me see what happened there. Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Becky's. Dude. I hate that hero.
Denied.
Lena's keeping up in levels at this point, so that's pretty good. Yeah, you see this Faceless Void, like once they start nuking him,
Radiant's middle tower
like
is under attack.
he can't lane. He's
Bad
gotta,
news for
there's no way he
defensive
stays around.
towers out there.
That's not yours.
There's no way Faceless Void stays around here, right? Like they just drop spells on him and then he's just not gonna have a good time. Lena's trying to do her best to push the wave in to get some space.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
the
tower
regen
is under
rune.
attack.
Wind.
Lena. I think it's difficult. Like, I think if she had a stunning support, she could potentially go to... No, you know what? It's even dangerous to just fight into a techie's lane. Like, to gank a techie's, you know, it's just bad. Because, worst case, you walk up and suddenly you blow up and you die. You know, and I don't know. I don't think that's worth it. This Slardar is out of control. Oh. I don't think he realizes, but when he nukes, when you nuke, you actually lose HP. Oh, this is such a hard game for Lena to gank. Like, she went bot to help a struggling offlane, but really, the offlane shouldn't have been struggling. Like, I think this is one of those games where Lena just literally stays mid and hits tier 1. Like, and just, you need to keep Storm there. The bot lane needs to be winning. Like, Lena can't go and try to salvage bot. It just, her game is already so bad she can't help the other lanes, you know. Like if they can take the tier 1 mid, it actually opens up a lot of space for other heroes to play. But right now,
Dire's top tower is under siege.
I'd say that's just not a good rotation there. Like the Void was waiting for a chance to kill somebody.
Dire's top tower is under
Like that was his
attack.
way into the game. Well, I guess he was doing pretty well, but yeah. I think top lane, I don't know who can show up top. Like, Slardar is just gonna kill everybody. He's already halfway to his Blink Dagger. DP is gonna hit 6, and I don't know if they can stop a DP push if Slardar connects. See what happens. But it's, I'd say at this point in the game, Radiant is so much stronger. Oh, nice try, nice try. He tried to read the jump behind, but just missed. So DP is 6.
Great teamwork.
He's got the mana. Is that a suicide? Blast off? Yeah. So at this point, Radiant is much stronger than Dire. I think the game is pretty much on anti-mage. He's gonna get 11-minute Battle Fury. Considering how his lane looked, that's pretty damn good still. But I think this is still an anti-mage game. Like, no matter what, end of the day, this is an anti-mage game. You have to buy his own salve, which kind of sucks. That should be supports healing him. Like, you literally have supports with salves and a heal. Abaddon needs to be not here. I'd say right now Jakira's if there's gonna be a hero that you're throwing top, it'd be Jakiro. But considering how strong and how far ahead Dire is in terms of like just skill threat, I don't think anyone should have been showing on top because it's got a storm and a slaughter that's literally gonna kill everybody. I think the two places they have to take is mid and bot. So Underlord is mid, so they're grouping up. They want to push mid.
Invisibility.
Shakir's not there though. But they're gonna be fighting into an exorcism. It's gonna be tough. You know what? That's actually a really good thing that Abaddon is doing right there. Like, he's got level 6 borrow time, right? There's no way he's gonna die. So he ran in there to force some sort of reaction from the Radiant team. Get a lot of critical information. Yo, Nuke. Can't afford to be passive. Go! No! Oh man, Slider is so strong. Okay, they gotta be either going mid or bot. Like seriously? Maybe even Dark Rift everyone bot. Like they all showed up mid and they did 0 damage to the tower. Oh, they're so scared of the techie. This techie pick, I think more and more is kind of showing its value because it doesn't even have to do anything. It just is so scary. They are so scared to go up on the hill. And look at this. If they had tried to fight, they were right to not fight, right? It's just
because it looks like they're really falling for it.
Oh, that Underlord is so strong. They can kill the Slardar here. So I'd say at this point in the game, they have to make some sort of
regeneration.
They have to take this tier 1 bot. I'd almost say it's one of the two, right? There's literally no game, and when the Radiant side is so strong like this, like, and you just leave the map static, they're gonna be able to just play into you.
You had your warning.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
I was literally uncontrollable.
Radiant
But Lena's doing the right thing here, right? Like, I think no matter what, you never back off on the mid pressure. Like, that's the only way you can keep Radiant split up. This Faceless Void is... He's already got 2 farming items, so he's gonna be accelerating. I don't know if he can keep up with I don't know if Faceless Void can keep up with a Battle Fury anti-mage. I don't think he should be able to, but I think he's pretty well here. He's 3-0 and 2, so Abaddon is off split pushing. I don't think this is the right play. I think Abaddon needs to be sitting behind Alina. Lena's gonna be constantly pushing up into either mid or bottom. And if Lina like runs into a stasis mine or gets jumped by the storm and pulled, like Abaddon needs to be protecting the Lina. Like that's the one thing that Abaddon is actually good at, right? And he's so tanky, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Like Lina is pretty much their team's entire damage right now, so you gotta like she's the only
Radiant's bottom
power
tower
hitter
is under siege.
and the main source of hero damage in the fight. So Abaddon needs to just be sitting behind the Lina. Jakiro can go and split push and stuff like that. You know, he can sit in the trees and cue the wave. He doesn't have to show the split push. So Jakiro's your main split pusher this game, not the Abaddon. They're rotating bot now. I think they saw the Death Prophet bot, and they're coming bot just to I really don't like seeing Underlord behind Lina in the position. Like, Underlord is just sitting next to Lina. Underlord needs to be parking his butt in a lane somewhere. And I think he really needs a level of his ultimate, because he's the only one that can push this safe lane without dying. Right now, like, without Dark Rift, it's gotta be the Jakiro up here split pushing. Earlier we saw the Abaddon, but I would prefer to have him out split pushing with the Dark Rift, because look how tanky he is! Right? Like, he's the one guy who won't die. Let Lina push out bottom or mid, and then have Abaddon hanging out behind him, and let Anti-Mage farm. Like the problem is Anti-Mage wants to play here. They have a ward, but they can't really play here because there's a tier 1. There we go.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Fortunately, Anti-Mage had to group up with them. Oh god. Okay.
Dire's
Got
top tower is
60%
under
magic
siege.
resist. There we go.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Right, now they can play again. Map's open. So Radiant's side, really,
Illusion. It is mine.
the BKB timing is going to be huge. You know what? I take it back. They don't even need the BKB timing, honestly. They're so strong right now. They need to be pressuring a bit more. Probably playing... They both kind of want to be playing on the other side's jungle, right? So I think Dire is kind of... Okay. Anti-Mage is farming towards the enemy Radiant side. I don't like this. I think Anti-Mage should be playing down here. Even though there's a techie, he's got so much magic resist that he's not going to be able to... They're not going to be able to kill him, right? There we go. Yeah. Anti-Mage. You know what? I think he's just desperate to make something happen. But really, I don't think Anti-Mage should be here. Like, he's just hanging around up here, right? Looking for a kill. He's got Mana Void, so I guess that's what he's looking for. But it just feels pretty bad because all of... Oh! Oh, so close! Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't think Anti-Mage should be helping the team top. Like, regardless of whether or not they need him, he's their one win condition, so he needs to be playing down here. They had a ward hit, it just died, so... And they took tier 1, they worked super hard to get tier 1. So, I'd say for Dire, they gotta put their Anti-Mage down here. And let Underlord and Co fight top. Okay, Underlord's now pushing up mid. Ina's heading bot. He's got to now because Anti-Mage is dead. He does have Boots of Travels too, so it's not the end of the world. Abaddon once again is off split pushing. And Jakir TP'd bot, right? Like, you realize that you're the save hero and you're the split pushing hero. You have 3 spells that split push, and you have 2 spells that save. So you gotta understand your roles. This is extremely inefficient. Like, he's sitting here hitting creep, and the wave is in front of his tower, you know? Like, he can't do anything. So I think they gotta figure out their game plan there. Techies... Where are Techies? Like, they already, lost bot tier 1, so I think Techies needs to find a new bot to start warding up. Can probably wanna. I think that's good. He's like blocking off the bottom side where anti-mage wants to farm. Yeah.
Here now.
DP. Like this is what the Jakir should be doing, right? Like the DP is. Look at how much pressure. Like this is your pause 5, right? Your pause 5 is causing the part to actually be hitting the mid tower. That's actually what Jakiro needs to be doing, whereas Abaddon needs to be where the Jakiro is. Jakiro needs to be where the Abaddon is, right? Like, you see the difference there? They're making so much space that Faceless Void is literally just hitting creeps, and their waves look just fine, right? Like the Faceless Void is having the happiest game ever,
Haste.
whereas Anti-Mage is literally forced to fight into the Radiant. Slardar is almost to his BKB. That's going to be massive as well. He's already doing a great job jumping in, but they're not going to be able to stop him with the Underlord Pit of Malice anymore. And I think it's going to be very difficult to stop the BKB Slardar. Death Prophet's ult is up. Probably can be. No, I think they'll wait for the BKB. I'll wait for the BKB is up on Faceless Void, so they're gonna fight on this timing. Probably 30 seconds on Radiant side. I think they feel so constricted, right? Like Dire pretty much knows where they are at all times, so they just I think they had to smoke there. It doesn't look like it turned out very well, but they had to make a smoke play because the only spot they had to farm is really here in their triangle. Dire can pretty much play 3 parts of the map, so when something like that happens, I don't think smoking here was the right move. I think they should have smoked into the jungle and got some vision down. So, slowly work your way, right? Get some wards here, maybe here, so you can see, maybe here. I like watching the outpost. But Anti-Mage needs to have the vision to play in this area down here. But I think the smoke was the right call. I think they didn't accomplish what they wanted to do. They should have prioritized getting vision down because this is Dire's vision, right? Like, this is unplayable. You know? Like, they don't even see their triangle. Like, originally they had their bodies in the triangle so they could see it because they're just farming there. But Anti-Mage wants to be able to farm this whole side down here, right? And the reason why you want to play down here is because it's the safest area in terms of positioning, right? Like, if they're going to attack Anti-Mage, like say he's farming here, they're only going to come from the shrine or here. So it's kind of like they can only come from the left side, right? So Anti-Mage wants to play here, but for Anti-Mage to feel safe there, you got to have a ward there, right? So I think the fact that they have no ward in this area makes the map completely unplayable because it's like, yeah. Whereas if you look at the Radiant side, Radiant sees everything, right? Like Radiant is farming this area, Void is farming this area, and they can sweep through and farm this area, right? Even if they don't farm this area, it's like the numbers, right? Dire's farming this, like you see Underlord and Lina and Anti-Mage all farming this area, and you have Radiant spread out everywhere. And I think that was the story this whole game, you know? Radiant has just been way more efficient in farm. Like Lina and Underlord are constantly in the same area. Kiro is playing the save hero, and Abaddon is playing the split push. You know, it's just they're not efficient, and that shows in that 10k net worth lead. I'm actually surprised it's only, but Anti-Mage is farming like a god. He's like 11 CS per minute, so I mean that's their one shining hope, and I think he's doing a fantastic job on Anti-Mage, just getting farm. He is their win condition. think Lena this game is. I think she's already missed her timing. Like she pretty much needed him to be playing around Lena at all times, and then him to be frontline, either A, frontlining if they're gonna push an objective, or B, split pushing into a dangerous area. But I don't even know when he leveled Dark Rift, but I know it wasn't until like 11, I think, or 12 that he actually leveled Dark Rift. So they never had any Dark Rift plays, they never had saves, and he couldn't play aggressive because he went for this max Firestorm Pit of Malice build. Their map was just terrible. Okay, Anti-Mage is finally playing down here. But honestly, if I was Anti-Mage, I would actually hate it because, again, this is what he sees, right? Like, he's kind of compensating for their lack of vision by pushing the waves out. Like,
I've been wanting this.
so, I mean, you know, I can't really blame everything on supports, right? Like, you know, everyone's got to help play the map. The carry's got to help push the waves out. I guess he could have technically brought a ward and maybe dropped one for himself, but, you know, probably didn't have the slots to do it. Yeah, the warding this game on the Dire side is very painful. Like, their map is black.
Radiant structures.
God.
Radiant top tower.
Yeah.
Double kill.
Whoa, what I missed?
Like, honestly, like, I don't know what they can get on the Lena to save her.
Radiant top tower is under attack.
But I'd say the one caveat is they're team wiping them, but Faceless Void is also the only answer to Anti-Mage. So every time he chronos Lena and kills her, Anti-Mage has like 3 minutes of free farm. Right?
Tis mine.
So
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
if they're not chronoing the Anti-Mage, they're, I think eventually, I don't know. Yeah, okay, Anti-Mage is kind of big enough to start picking
Thou
anyone off
monster,
now.
Thou seest me not.
It's hitting that point. Like, Anti-Mage is pretty much got Basher.
Your
Yeah.
song has
Immortality.
fallen to Radiant.
Faceless Void. On Faceless Void?
Touché.
Not the storm? Okay. Weird. Yeah, like, honestly, like, right now, their Anti-Mage is going to be doing everything, and they're just going to pop. The rest of the team should be grouped up and trying to just get as much farm as possible. Even if they like fix the waves, right? Like, even when the wave is mid here, it's pretty dangerous because, yeah. You know what? This is better than nothing, I guess. So Dire was able to get down towards mid, but again, it's like in the same area, you know? Like, this, what does this do? Like, this ward up here is like watching the Roche Pit, I guess. But even with the ward here, if you were Anti-Mage or Lena, would you feel safe playing in the jungle here? No, right? Because Dire can come from here, they can come from here, they can come from here, they can smoke in. Like, there's three angles they can literally come at you from.
Money to burn.
Even with the ward here, you know? It's just so dangerous. Like, there's this whole area here that they can come in, and they have the outposts. You know, it's just... This ward is not very valuable at this point in the game when Radiant is so strong. If you look at the Radiant vision. Now for the Radiant vision, this is... Right, is that... Like a big blue... Okay. For Radiant, you know what, for the first time I feel like their vision sucks too. The only thing is they have these lines everywhere that's giving them a lot of information as well. So techies, just like an automatic ward, you know. But Radiant is playing exactly where they want to play. I wish techies had a little bit more up up here because I don't think anyone's gonna run back here. But yeah, see. Yeah, I kind of wish Techie's able to get some bit more deep boards, but I don't know. I'm not really a Techie's player.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Storm's
Radiant's
back
middle
here.
tower is under siege.
But he still got brown boots.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Wow, this pause 5 DP is
Radiant's
huge.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Anti-Mage is kind of playing in the dark. I kind of feel for him. I'd be very frustrated right now. But at the same time, he should probably... Supports aren't doing it. He should probably buy his own sentry and drop them there. Yeah, she's going for Aeon Disc. Like, I think that's her only option. Like, there's nothing that can save her, right? Like, maybe if he went for Yule's into like a Wind Waker or something, he could save, but his Force Staff is doing nothing, I think. Abaddon. I feel like even though you're a pause 5, you should have more farm than this. You know what it is? Abaddon, because Abaddon was off trying to split push, he's getting nothing, right? Like, if he's with the Lina, at least maybe they have a chance of taking more buildings earlier and then potentially getting some assist gold. But he's at 1 assist. Yeah, I think with him, it's just he's not playing the role he's supposed to play. Same with this Jakiro. They're not playing the roles that they're supposed to be playing, so he has no last hits as a Jakiro. Pause 4. Like, pause 4 is technically a core role, right? Like, yeah, you help buy wards and stuff, but pause 4 needs to be getting some farm. Like, normally, like, I think right now, in this meta, like, pause 4 is like your main damage dealer early game, besides your mid.
Thou art
Dire's
purified.
bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's top
Tis
tower
mine.
is under siege.
They're just not able to fight. Like, Chrono's up. Can't fight into Chrono.
Dire's bottom tower has been destroyed.
This is very hard for Dire. I think Radiant is such a... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, Radiant's able to freely play. Like, this is the line, right? Like, if you look at the wards, the wards tell you, the wards and the creep waves tell you how far up you can play, right? And Radiant are saying, we can play this area of the map, you know? Dire is saying that we're only feeling safe playing this area of the map. Do you see that? Like, the creep wave is here, but this is like darkness, right? They can play here. I mean, this is literally like what split, like, the waves. Like, you gotta draw a line between the waves and the wards, right? Like, they feel like this is where they can play. But even then, you know, like, they know how strong the Radiant are. They just are completely unable to play, you know? Like, when I show both players' visions, or both teams' visions, like, the map looks lit. That's all Radiant vision. Yeah, Lina now has BKB, so I mean, she's kinda okay moving out, but if Slardar shows up, I think she's dead. Yeah, like, Slardar's literally running at her, right? Like,
Here I am. Here I am.
okay.
My spirit sinks. My deepest sympathies.
Like, I feel like no one on this team except for Anti-Mage able to take, which
Tribute to my house.
Lord is finally pushing out. Oh! Like Techie's vision is just so irritating. Like even if he can't kill you, like it's like wards everywhere. Right. He needs to be able to kill anti-mage instead of Chrono if he hit the anti.
A soldier's fortune.
Travels. God. Like, this is how, like, I feels they have to play scared, you know? Finally got a ward down out. So anti-mage is able to farm this area a bit more comfortably. So yeah, remember supports, like your wards dictate where your carry, right? Just think about if you were the carry, where would you like to be, right? Normally it's on off lane because there's only one direction. Carry really has to pay attention in terms of, but in order to do that, you got to get the tier 1. Same here. Carries don't really want to play mid, so that's why mid wards aren't valuable unless you're like trying to prep for like a Roche fight or something. The game's kind of static right now, as it should be. I think the phase where you're able to go off doing your own thing is kind of over, except for anti-mage. Like people are gonna be trying to just jump and blow you up at this point in the game because everyone's got all their critical items. Now it's just like drive by, flash farm, like drive by, drop a spell in a wave, and then connect with your team. Like you just got to keep connecting to your team. Oh, you gotta watch out for this Slardar minus. Wow. This spell gives minus 24 armor reduction. Leave it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Radiant structures have been fortified.
Immortality is mine.
This techie is actually so huge this game. It's
Radiant's
the
bottom tower
complete
is
map
under
control.
siege.
It's so cancerous. God, look at this. 531 CS on it. Okay.
Time is money. Zip. Oh!
I'm starting to think this was premeditated.
A death photo.
It's like the you can't escape me. I don't have too much to say at the moment. Really, you're just grouping up and trying to catch each other out. I don't like Faceless Void running up by himself like this. He is tanky enough to like pipe and Lotus Orb. I kind of wish DP actually went for like a BKB. Because she's so big, I feel like she could walk up and press ult herself, and like what do they do, right? Rather than like a pipe, like she should be like a core. Oh my god. Hit the buildings! Hit the buildings!
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Okay.
Dire's bottom tower. Dire's bottom tower has been Radiant's top tower has been destroyed. Dire's bottom barracks has been destroyed. Radiant's top tower is under
Guys.
attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Base
Radiant's
race.
top tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Oh my god!
Radiant's top barracks is Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has been destroyed.
If they don't take mid, come on, buildings. Anti-mage has already taken your
Dire's middle barracks is under attack.
oh, I don't know if they actually needed to bring. Wait. You can't send your pause 5 back against the okay, so that was the mistake that Dire was waiting for. Anti-mage is so big, like if you mess up your defenses like that, anti-mage will kill you. Oh, yeah, rapier. Yeah, that was a bad TP back on the TP card. Like they either full back or full commit. Like how are they gonna stop 5 people hitting their buildings with an exorcist up? I think they still had like a quarter of the exorcist left. Oh no! This rapier is nuts!
I'm staging a comeback.
Pit of malice! Pit of malice! Pit of malice! Bashed.
Over here now. Zip.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This anti-mage is a problem. The only way they kill anti-mage right now is with Chrono. Like if Faceless Void, Chrono's anti-mage, I think game is over. I almost want to say like go for a Silver Edge, Shadow Blade, or Blink or something. So like all you have to do is Chrono this anti-mage and the game is literally over. Like anti-mage is the only one that's doing anything this game, you know? Like butterfly. I don't know if I agree. Honestly, I'd say like I would go Shadow Blade. Just kill the anti-mage and game's over. If you can force his buyback, even better. Is Roshan up? I think it's the refresher Roshan too, right? Yeah, get a refresher on Faceless Void. Shadow Blade in. Oh, what is Nullifier? But what is the Nullifier for? Underlord. Oh no, no. Okay. What are the neutral? Dude, give Trickster's Cloak to Faceless Void. Walk up, kill anti-mage. Game's over.
It's for you. It's the base.
Okay, whatever, dude. I just woke up, not even trying right
Anti-mage
now, and I'm
right
like,
here. Yeah, this is just catch anti-mage. Like you see that there's a 17k Goldie, but it's even. Or refresher orb, right? Like if you wanna use a chrono to team fight, then use a chrono to capture the anti-mage. Or vice versa, catch the anti-mage and turn around and chrono the team later in the team fight. Pressure's off. But it just makes it a little bit harder to get it like catch it. think he's probably got the AoE, right? Ah. So he's locking his slots for the Aeon disc. Pretty high level technique where you basically don't let it pop at like 400 HP, like you wait till the last second and then pop it at the reveal the pop Aeon disc, so you surprise people, outplay. AC Lardar, so he's nigh unkillable. I can go for Ags maybe? Yep. Okay. Pressure orb. Bye. I think they're both. I think Dire is trying to find Radiant stepping out. Never gonna happen. Radiant is just waiting for the. Yeah, they just out. And still the warding this game. What is this? Like, you gotta have bigger dreams than that. You can't just settle for playing here. You know? Like, again, the wards tell you where you want to play, right? Like, you draw a line between all the wards and the creep. Dire says, I want to play here. Actually. They pushed it out here, but like, this area is so scary. Dire can like literally, or Radiant can like literally walk in and kill him.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Like cut the wave behind him or whatever, you know? Like, don't have any vision there.
Radiant's bottom
They're
tower
forced
is
back.
under siege.
Yeah. A techie solo is saying we have big hopes. They want to play the whole map. That there's green vision everywhere you see.
Money to burn.
Anti-mage is maxed out. Like, what can you get left? I guess he can shards and stuff, but not gonna get any stronger than this. Literally has a rapier. Pressure orb. Oh, here we go. Oh my god! Rapier's down! Oh no.
It's for you. It's the beast.
That's literally what. Oh god. This. Get your refresher orb. Get your refresher orb. You have to have buyback, but you need your refresher as well. Seriously, get your refresher orb. Come on, man.
Let the fun begin.
Drop the Mask of Madness?
Roshan has been killed by the Radiant.
Oh, jeez.
Immortality is mine.
He just used it.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
I've been wanting this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
I don't know how Dire defends against this.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
What the heck is going on here?
Extinguished.
Swap out, swap out, swap out! Swap out your refresher. Oh my god. He died with BKB on.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has been
Oh my god.
Strength is the sweetest.
Rapier's back in. Okay.
triple homicide.
The cost of magic.
That was nuts. Alright. I think we should take one more look at that fight. So he chronos, refreshes.
Your chronology is
You got caught without BKB. BKB.
Dire's top barracks is being attacked.
Damn. That was huge. So right here, he refreshed. He had the BKB up. He didn't see the Jakiro. Like Lina bought back Jakiro. They're right by. You know what? This is why it's so you don't want to dive because you're so close to the fountain, right? Any buyback is literally like 10 heroes fight. You're fighting like into 10 heroes.
strength is the sweetest.
Oh, they got greedy.
The
They could have just taken it. They could have taken Megas. Oh. I don't think they can win now. Oh, wait, no, there is still Chrono up. There is still Chrono up on the Faceless Void, but they don't have Slardar to initiate, and they don't have DP up.
invisibility.
Buybacks. Yes. Yes, okay, they do have buybacks. Oh my god, what a nail biter. And Becky. Whoa. Nerfs.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
Oh my god, is anti. Oh! That was a. Okay. That was a really huge read. Like, Anti-Mage completely read the Faceless Void on that one.
Radiant's middle tower has been destroyed.
Wow, I think that's game over. They don't win without Chrono.
Radiant has fortified its
Yeah.
structures.
That's GG.
Radiant's
There's no way they win without
bottom
Chrono.
tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Red team delicious stars.
Like, March.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hey.
Just continue doing what they're not going to do. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's
guess.
bottom barracks has been destroyed. Dire has
I
spawned
think that's
mega
dead, yeah.
Mega kill.
Thy life's weight
Radiant's
in
middle
mana.
tower is under attack. Radiant's
stop
middle
him.
tower has
Good
fallen.
game.
Radiant's middle tower has been destroyed. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Dire victory.
Wow. Yeah, so I think just to recap, like kind of see it in the really this was an anti-mage. Yeah, they had one major counter to the anti-mage, and that's actually I'd say two. The techies early on, like really, I'd say the techies really choked out the anti-mage's space, right? So anti-mage was able to get farm, but at the cost of his entire team's net worth. Like we saw multiple times, literally Anti-Mage is farming the triangle, and Lina and Underlord are in their triangle just watching the Anti-Mage farm, right? While everyone else was able to split the farm more evenly on the Radiant side, like Potato, Johnny Magic, Storm, like their farm is pretty. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Oh no, never mind. Underlord has the same amount of net worth as a Slardar. Yeah, don't really want to see that. This guy literally has a spell that dukes out waves. It's just I think they just got choked out. It's not like they're not buying vision, right? It's how effectively they're using vision. Like if you look at the amount of vision bought, like they bought twice as much support items as the Radiant side, right? But I think Radiant just used it more effectively. And then also this techie was kind of like free vision. But yeah, good game to Team LeBron. Great job on the win. Say great job, Potato Heaven, to you guys played a really good game. At the end, one team fight, fortunately, determined the game because we're in a carry versus carry comp, right? So anyway, thanks.